Friends, as popular request demands, here is your homework for week 2, focusing on the water, i.e. Svadhisthana chakra in the hips. So, you're going to come up to standing, and we're going to start with the body warm-ups. Let me go ahead and adjust this just so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So the charanas, the body warm-ups, this helps to open up the joints and to get the fluid to move. So we start the ankle, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, other way, 7, 8, switch legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we do the neck. So always paying attention to the stance and the weight on the feet. Drop the chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Backs of the hands together. Interlace the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. Open up the hands. Come towards you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Twist. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips. 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the feet together, knees together, hands on the thighs. I like to turn my fingers towards each other. You drop the hips. Like you're skiing. 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sarpa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then what I'm going to do next, we didn't do in the live call, but this is part of your homework. Standing normally, hold the breath out for a moment, start to lift the hands, and then when the arms get to parallel here, that's when your inhale begins. So the inhale starts here, the hands will go overhead, the palms will touch. Hold the breath in, relax the wrists and the elbows, and then exhale past the eyes. Okay? When you're exhaling all the way down. The knees are going to bend a little bit. And then at the end of the exhale, there's a slight uddiyana, and I'm holding the grip here until I get to the inhale. And then the inhale begins. I inhale all the way to the top. Hold the breath in, relax the elbows and the wrist. Exhale. Okay? Uddiyana. Hold the grip, lift the arms, inhale from the feet. Exhale past the eyes. Hold the grip, Uddiyana. Lift the arms. Inhale with the hands at parallel. Keep inhaling till the palms touch. Hold the breath in, relax the elbows, the wrist. Drop the hands. Exhale when the hands pass the eyes. All the way down with the hands. Exhale completely, empty. Uddiyana, hold the grip. Lift the arms. Last one, inhale from the feet. Hold the breath. Drop the elbows, wrist. Exhale past the eyes. Turn the toes out. Separate the feet just so they're wide enough for your Vaishika, for your stance. Inhale, draw. Elbows, knees, bend. Exhale past the eyes, push down. Elbows, knees, straighten. So you're in a Vaishika vinyasa. Inhale, knees, elbows, bend, draw. From the feet. Exhale, push with the hands, elbows, knees, straighten. One more. Keep the knees bent. Exhale, push with the hands. Relax behind the knees. 2 more times with just the arms. Slight Uddiyana at the end of the exhale. Inhale, draw. Navel back. Stay connected to the feet. Hold the ball. Vaishika. Bring the torso in line. Let the weight relax on the feet. Relax behind the knees. Weight drops down into the bones of the legs and down into the feet. Try to connect the tip of the tongue just behind the 2 front teeth. Tip of the tongue, this is called Jiva Bandha, tip of the tongue just behind the 2 front teeth. And tip of the tongue connects all the way to the heels. At the end of your exhales, hold the breath out for a moment and Uddiyana. Keep the navel back as you inhale. Uddiyana at the end of the exhales. Navel back as you inhale. Not going to keep you here long, but we just want to ground in the feet. Can release, inhale, stand, lift the arms. Exhale, drop the hands. Turn the toes in. Grab your elevator for your heels. And we'll come down into Garakshajali. So you come into squat. Arms behind your calves. Lean back with the torso. Tuck the chin. Keep the head up. Let the weight be in the shins. Another type of stance, this time a squat, working more now with the hips. Slow inhales and exhales. Relax the transition between the inhale and the exhale. Notice if you're getting sloppy and adjust. At the end of your exhales, hold the breath out for a moment. Uddiyana. Maintain the grip. Inhale. Slow turn over into the exhale. Let the weight sink into the feet. At the end of the exhale, hold the breath out. Uddiyana. This time round your lips. Inhale through your mouth with your lips rounded. Hold the breath, tuck the chin. Exhale slowly. Uddiyana. Hold the grip, round the lips, inhale through the mouth. This is known as Kaki Mudra. Hold the breath for a moment, tuck the chin, exhale slowly through your nose. We're going to do one more like that with Kaki Mudra. Kaki means crow. At the end of the exhale, hold the Uddiyana. Round the lips, Kaki Mudra, inhale through your mouth. Hold the breath, tuck the chin. Release the hands. Exhale, straighten your legs. You can grab behind the heels if you want, elbows wide. Drop the head. Bring your palms together, bend your knees, roll up, come to standing. Step towards the front of your mat. And from the front of your mat, just let the right foot come behind you. You're in a lunge. Your hands will come down. Inhale, lift the torso, and then exhale, straighten both legs. Forehead and torso come towards that straight front leg. Do 4 more slow. Inhale, bend, fluid. Take it all the way till its completion. Exhale, like a wave sliding back into the ocean. Uddiyana at the end. Slow inhale, navel back. Exhale, ease your way into the straight legs. All limbs equal in their engagement. 2 more. Exhale. Navel back as you're exhaling. Uddiyana at the end. Last one. Exhaling into straight legs. This time you can set yourself up for warrior. Right leg will ground. Left foot, shin is perpendicular to the ground. Okay? And then from here, we're in the warrior stance. And we're going to inhale and slide up. Hands come up the midline, just like in Vaishika, all the way to the eyebrows. And then exhale, push with the hands down to the earth. 3 more. Draw with the inhale. Navel back will help you draw from the feet. Exhale, push down. Use the pressure of the exhale to reconnect to the ground. 2 more. set yourself up. This last one, we're going to come up and we'll hold. Use your legs. And then exhale, the hands come to prayer. Hold the position. Inhale and exhale. Any micro adjustments that you need as you're breathing. Use the inhales to draw the thighs in. Use the exhales to push the shins down. Shins push down. Inhales draw thighs in. Firm in your stance, firm in your legs. Hips strong and stable to support the torso. One more breath. On the exhale, release the hands, straighten the legs. If you need to, adjust this distance of the feet. Hands come to the hips. Elbows draw back, ribs pull in. Push down with your feet. Inhale, tuck the chin, and then bring the navel forward on the exhale. Parsvatanasana. So don't necessarily go all the way down on that first exhale. You can inhale, and then you can exhale a little further. Keep the legs strong. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Release your left hand. It'll come to the shin or the ankle. Right hand stays where it is. Start to rotate the torso into Trikonasana. So your right shoulder goes towards the ceiling. You might keep your right hand on your right hip. If you feel like it, your right arm might straighten. But you're keeping the grip at the base. Feet strong, shins move towards ankles, thigh bones into thigh sockets. Trikonasana, 5 breaths. Slow the transitions between the inhales and the exhales. Uddiyana is there. Do one more breath. Full inhale, full exhale. Tip of the tongue behind the 2 front teeth. On this next inhale, use your feet. Inhale, come to standing. And you're going to turn and rotate and come down into a lunge towards the back of your mat. And so now you're lunging. Inhale. And on the exhale, straighten the legs, torso, ribs, belly, chest, chin, tuck the head. 4 in total, so 3 more like that. Inhale, bend. Slow, nice, smooth, graceful. Exhale, straighten. Two more. Uddiyana's there at the end of the exhale. One more. And you're trying to time the movement of the breath with the body limbs. And now on your inhale, set up for warrior. Grounding your back foot, your left foot now. Your right shin is perpendicular. Your forearms are in line with your shin. Inhale and exhale here. Ground through the feet. Draw the ribs in. Inhale, come up with the hands, Vaishika. Keep the legs as they are. Once the hands come to the eyes, exhale, push with the palms. Connect the downward pressure to the feet, to the earth. 2 more. Feel the stability from the feet carrying into the hips. And then the next time you come up, on the exhale, hands come to prayer. Hold. Virabhadrasana, warrior 1. Make sure the chin is slightly in, the ribs are slightly in. Pressure is down in the shins. You're here for 5 breaths. Use the breath to stabilize the body. Use the breath to stabilize the mind. Tip of the tongue behind the 2 front teeth. Your tongue is the conductor of energy in the body. Shins push down, thigh bones hug in. On your exhale, release the hands, straighten the front leg. Hands come to the hips. Adjust your feet. Might need to walk your back foot in and your front foot in slightly. Try to square the hips. Draw the ribs in, tuck the chin, push down into the legs, elbows back. Inhale, Parsvottanasana. Exhale, belly forward, chest. Don't come all the way down. Stay where you can stay firm in the legs. Inhale from there. And just ease your way into the shape. Build it from the inside. Build it from the inside. How are your exhales connecting you to the bones? Are you using your pelvic floor, your bandha at the navel? Make sure your chin isn't blown out. And then from there, release your right hand. Slide it down the shin or the ankle. Left hand stays where it is. Start to open the torso into Trikonasana, triangle. Firm legs. Build it from the inside. Left arm might extend, it might stay on the hips. 5 breaths. Draw up from the legs at the same time that you push down from the legs, through the legs. Uddiyana at the end of the exhale. Keep the navel back. Inhale, rise to standing. Spread the arms, turn the toes in. Widen the legs. Hands onto the hips. Slight bend in the knees, preparing for Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, same thing. Keep the integrity of the spine. navel forward as you exhale. Point of balance on the feet. Don't shift too far back or too far forward. Build the shape. Inhale and exhale. And the hands can slide down the outside of the legs and grab hold of the ankles, or palms can be underneath the shoulders. Keep squeezing the earth with your feet. Uddiyana at the end of the exhale. On your exhale, your next exhale, release the hands. And if you can, just subtly make your way down, nice and easy. And we're going to come into Balasana, child's pose, with your feet together, knees together, backs of the hands down, forehead, hairline comes onto the ground. Inhale and exhale in Balasana. Let the weight release down into the earth. And then slowly inhale, come up to seated. I'm not sure how long we are with our time, but that's okay. I think we're on time. You're going to come into your seated position to prepare for our final few practices here, the pranayamas. Okay. So you have Siddhasana, your heels underneath your perineum. Your hands, palms will rest on top of the knees. And then just let the chin come into the throat. Crown of the head on top of the tailbone. We'll start with Kapalabhati Kriya, focusing on the sacrum. The bija mantra for the sacrum is Vam. Vam. Okay, 3 rounds of 36 breaths, striking the sacrum with each breath, internally creating the sound. Vam. Passive inhale into the belly. And first round, begin. Last one. Exhale completely. Hold empty for a moment. Spread the toes. Create the grip at the base. Pelvic floor lifts. Hold the grip. Keep the navel back as you inhale with the nose. Slow inhale, navel back. Hold the grip to the best of your ability as you arrive at the fullness of your inhale, and then tuck the chin. Bring the sternum towards the chin, lengthen the back of the neck, tongue to the roof of the mouth, eyes up, hold. Release the chin, exhale slowly. At the end of the exhale, hold empty, stick the tongue out, Uddiyana. Tongue in, navel resets, inhale. Exhale. Round 2, Kapalabhati Kriya, 36 breaths, focusing on Vam with Uddiyana at the end. Prepare yourself and begin. 3, 2, exhale. Empty, stay empty. Create the grip at the base. Spread the toes. Firm at the base, navel in, inhale. Tongue up as you inhale. Hold the breath in, lift the sternum to the chin, chin to the sternum. Tongue up, eyes up, hold. Release the chin, exhale slowly. All the way down, follow the breath down, 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 down. And at the end of the breath, stick out the tongue, hold the breath out, Uddiyana. Release the grip, inhale slowly. Keep the grip at the base slight. Control the inhale. Absorb. You might feel a natural inclination to hold the breath in at the top here just to absorb all the energy, and then exhale slowly. Let everything calm down. Kapalabhati Kriya, third and final round, 36 breaths. Prepare yourself. Inhale into the belly. And Vam, begin. 3, 2, full exhale, empty. Stay empty. Draw the grip at the base. Spread the toes to help. Hold the grip, navel back. Keep the navel back, inhale. Tip of the tongue pressing up. Come to fullness of the breath. Lift the sternum, drop the chin. Tongue up, eyes up. Release the chin, exhale slowly. Follow the exhale down and out. At the end of the exhale, stick out the tongue, Uddiyana. Draw the tongue in, reset the belly, inhale. Try to keep a little bit of the grip to prevent the rush of the breath. Again, at the top of the inhale, you might feel an inclination to hold and absorb. That's fine. Let everything settle. Exhale. Bhastrika, 30 breaths, bellows breaths, followed by Uddiyana. Ready? Begin. Keep the chin in as you do this. Last one. Stick out the tongue, Uddiyana. Hold the grip firm. Tongue out, belly in. Bring the tongue back in, reset the belly. Inhale slowly, navel back. Hold and absorb. Feel the balance of all the limbs working together to hold your body and the energy circulating in your body. And then exhale, don't lose that circulation. Well done. Moving now into toning of Vam. With every tone, we tone the sound Vam, V-A, bringing our energy, awareness, and focus at the sacrum. Inhale into the sacrum. inhale with the navel back to set up for the next. Draw the grip. Inhale with the grip. Last one. Begin to spinal breathe from your base up to your third eye. Slow, steady inhales and exhales. Capture all the energy. Centralize all the energy. I'm going to start a timer, an 8-second breath timer. You can inhale, and you'll hear the wood block to signify the time for the exhale, which is now. Exhale. Those of you familiar with spinal breathing, inhaling up the spine. Exhaling down the spine. Inhaling up the spine. Exhaling down the spine. Up that middle pathway. Inhale. On this next exhale, we're going to try to double the length of the exhale, okay? So slow the exhale down. Exhale, slow. Keep exhaling. Navel moves back. No firmness, no hardness anywhere. Inhale. Sixteen-second exhale, slow. Dropping the chin slightly as you exhale, as the energy flows down. Keep exhaling. From the base, inhale from the root. Exhale from the third eye. exhaling. Inhale. Tip of the tongue pressing Okay, ready? Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And then releasing control of the breath after this next wood block. Inhale. Don't worry about how long you breathe for. Follow the inhale till its completion. You might find a gentle pause at the top. And then an easy release of the exhale. Again, don't worry about its length. Just follow it till it's complete. Stay empty for a moment. Full at the same time. And then follow your own pattern of breath in this way for another minute. Full inhales, full exhales, gentle, spacious pauses and transitions. This completes our practice for week 2 on the element of water, focusing on the hips. Some of you may choose to remain here in this meditation for longer. If you to lay down on your back in Shavasana, please do so. Otherwise, thank you so much and have a beautiful day, everybody. Namaste.